Hey internet fam, it's been a long day out in these California yoga factories and I need a little time to unwind. So if you're just coming home from work and need a minute to just chill out, go ahead and join me on the ground for this quick practice. You're going to start with a simple cross-legged seat and you're going to take your unfamiliar leg in front. So if you like to cross with right, put your left and vice versa. And then you'll simply just walk your hands forward, any amount, really. And then give a little bend to your elbows if your forearms come down, cool. If not, also maybe cooler, maybe not. Yeah, either way, hug your elbows together and then just drop your chin into your chest. And then start to slow down your breath significantly. And then find your awareness on your low back. And just imagine the back of your pelvis getting really, really heavy. And then also the back rib cage getting really, really heavy. And then find that sweet space in between, maybe not always feeling so sweet. And then just send some breath and awareness and compassion into that space. And see if you can rally all of your mental attention in a gentle way and just stay focused on that space for 3 more breaths. Last breath, try and make your exhale twice as long as your inhale. And then press your butt bones into the earth. Imagine pressing the back of the pelvis into the earth. And then slowly, slowly roll up to a seat. Take so much time. And then just feel any heaviness of the head, any heaviness of any situation. Just drip off you. And then sit up as tall as you can. Take a big breath in. Lift your eyebrows. Widen your nostrils. Sip in sharply. And then blow out like through a tiny straw. Again, softly lift your eyebrows, widen your nostrils, take up space in the sinuses and brain with your breath. Sip in more. And then super long exhale like through a coffee stirrer, a thin straw. One more, eyes closed, but eyes wide, lifted eyebrows, wide nostrils, space in the face, in the back of the skull. Sip more. Thin straw exhale as long as possible, letting go of any heavy energy you're still carrying on you. Then open your eyes, take your hands behind you, take your feet out in front of you by leaning backwards, and then just switch the cross of your legs. And then you'll simply take your right hand to the ground, reach your left arm up and overhead. Bend your left elbow, put it behind your head, let your arm rest so you're not doing any work by stretching the arm. You're literally just putting your arm behind your head. And then make sure you're not kind of bullying yourself down. Push your skull softly back into your arm and then lean, lean, lean to the right. Maybe your right forearm comes down if your left butt bone can stay down. And then you just hang out here for 3 breaths. Now notice any extraneous tension in your left trap. Try and soften that up. And then just find your breath wide through your side. One more. Okay, on your next inhale, go ahead and straighten your left elbow. Push your left butt cheek into the earth. Take one big breath, peeling your side apart. And then exhale, cactus your left arm, bend the elbow, turn the lat on, and then slowly sit up by pushing into the right hand. Ooh, and then just switch, left hand down to the earth. You can bend your left elbow any amount, maybe forearm to the earth. And then just simply take your right arm behind your head and then don't activate it, just let it kind of fall. And then push your head softly back into your arm, heavy your right butt bone, and then just breathe. Just take up some space in the right side, right rib cage, right belly. See if you can find some softness in the right trap. Maybe you even include that spacious face exercise we just did and widen your nostrils, lift your eyebrows, and see how that affects the rest of your body. Alrighty. And then straighten the right arm, push the right butt bone into the earth. Take a big, big, big breath in. And then bend your right elbow, turn on the muscles under your right armpit, push into your left hand, and come up slowly and softly. Maybe your head just follows along. And then simply drop your right ear to your right shoulder. Take a big breath into the left side of your neck. Keep your heart lifted to the sky, and then drop your chin into your chest. Try and stretch the back left corner of your neck. Take one more breath here. Heart lifts, chin drops. And then as you exhale, roll your head backwards towards your right shoulder blade, and then look up towards the sky or ceiling or whatever. And then try and stretch the front left corner of your neck. And then exhale, drop your right ear to your right shoulder. Inhale, pick up your head back to center. And then the old switcheroo, left ear to left shoulder. Push your right shoulder to the ground. Take a big breath into the right side of your neck. Lift your heart slightly. And then keep your heart lifted, and then look down towards the floor, keeping that stretch alive in the back right corner of the neck. Lift your chest, drop your chin. One more breath here. And then as you exhale, look up and lean back slightly. And then take a big breath in, maybe lifting your chin, peeling open up the front right corner of your neck. And then exhale your left ear back to your left shoulder. Inhale, let your head come back towards center. And then exhale, take your hands behind you, lean back, bend elbows. Send your legs forward in space. Keep a generous bend in your knees. Pull your toes towards your face. Sweep your arms up high, focusing on the body, so we can get out of the moving mind and focus it on the flow of movement of our breath and position. Let's go ahead and fold, and then see what it feels like to get your knees and your armpits to fit together. And then snuggle on up. And when I say snuggle, I mean snuggle. Get loving, get soft. Pretend you had the most loving person or thing in your life with you, and just be with it. Absorb some good from you to you. Release tension in your neck. Find your sacrum heavy. Let your breath flow to your low back. Maybe even imagine your front ribs moving towards your tailbone in space, creating a little more space in the mid-back. You can start to straighten your knees any amount. They do not have to go all the way straight. In fact, do not lock them out, please and thank you. And then again, check in with your breath. How could you get a little softer? Where do you feel the most tension? And then can you imbue the energy of compassion into that space, physically, through your breath, through your awareness, your loving, tender care. LTC. One more big breath. Love on yourself with your breath. Okay, cute. Start to roll up. And then you'll take your hands behind you once more. Maybe scoot your butt forward if you're back on the mat like me. Make your way all the way down your back. You can go forearm back. You can just roll back, whatever's clever. Alrighty, and then you'll take your feet to the earth. Scoot forward a little more. Okay, feet to the earth, pretty wide. If you're in a regular size yoga mat, it should be outside of the mat. And then you're gonna just reach both of your arms to the right and then drop both of your knees to the left. And just take a breath and just be in this position. Don't try and fix anything, just be in this position. And then take your left hand to your bottom right ribs, right here. And then on your next exhale, I want you to find like a bodybuilder exhale through your teeth. And as you do so, can you push your left hand into your bottom right ribs? And can you push your bottom right ribs towards the floor? Here we go. Now remember this sensation of these muscles being on. Keep them on. Breathe in. Now find your tailbone as you exhale and curl your tailbone underneath your pelvis as much as you can. Bodybuilder exhale again. And then keep those muscles on, breathe in. If you're cramping, just come out of it for a second, it's all good. You got one more big breath. Maybe you lose all the effort and just have another breath. Yeah, soften your mind as much as your body, please. And let your loving spirit come through if you can. Slowly switch sides, send your knees over to the right. And then reach both of your arms over to the left. And just have a breath, collapse on yourself, collapse into the earth, let her hold you. And then this time you'll take your right hand to your bottom left ribs. And then take a big breath in. Bodybuilder exhale, hand into ribs, ribs into back. Keep those muscles around the bottom ribs on. Breathe in. Bodybuilder exhale, scoop your tail underneath you. Think like tailbone towards your pubis. And then keep all that on. Breathe into the tube of your core. Very nice. Last breath, last round of breath here. You could keep activating or you could just let go. Both are really great options. I want you to have what you want. All right, slowly come back towards center. And then you're gonna pull your knees in towards your chest. You're gonna take the heels of your hands all the way up to your inner groin lines. And then you're gonna take your elbows and hug them into your sides pretty tight. Now shimmy your shoulders away from your ears here. And then start to push your thighs into your hands. Oh, it's a little core activation. Okay, and then if you feel comfortable with it and your neck's okay, pick up your chin to your chest, pick up your shoulder blades, and then just 3 breaths of core activation. Here we go, big inhale. Exhale, push hands into thighs, thighs into hands. You can do this with your head on the ground, remember. 2 more big breaths. Think shoulder heads to butt cheeks, elbows into belly button. It's really tough and really simple. 1 more big breath. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze the belly button to the ground. Tailbone floats off the ground. And then put the soles of your feet together, your knees apart. And then take your hands to your low belly. And then try and send your breath towards your hands, but not just the belly, but also into the lowest back, yeah? So maybe find a modicum of that pressure in the abs that we just created. A modicum is just a little bit, I don't know, I want to feel fancy and say that word. And then you press the abdomen downward so that you can feel an expansion of the breath pressure in the back and in the sides. So try and find a little bit of that here. And then at the same time, can you allow your knees to sink not just towards the floor, but forward as well. And then notice if your low back wants to pop up off the ground like this. Try to avoid that by pressing the abdominal wall, including the pubic muscles, towards the ground, and then sending the knees down and forward. And then once you got a decent stretch, just go ahead and send your breath as low as possible. try and self-soothe mentally, emotionally. Take what's tough in your mind's eye and just hold it and give yourself love like a parent would. Self-parent yourself. A loving parent. And 3 more breaths, just holding space for whatever you're feeling. Alrighty, and then softly bring your feet back towards the earth. Let your knees knock in towards one another. Lift your pelvis just for a second. Scoop your tailbone underneath you towards your belly button, and then lay back down. Let your knees come back together. You can have your hands on your belly or out to the side. See if you can start to lose all effort. And then just practice peace. We'll be here for a little bit. I want you to just find some spaciousness between thoughts. We're done moving. Of course, a little natural movement if you need it is fine, no pressure. What we're really looking for is genuine relaxation. So find your peace, give it to yourself. And of course, if it feels more comfortable to straighten your legs, please straighten your legs. Okay, happy peace hunting. Bring your awareness gently and lovingly to your eyes. And see if you can just let both eyeballs kind of like soften and widen. Let your brow soften, your jaw, your cheeks, your lips, chin. And then let that relaxation drip down from your face, through your neck, through your shoulders, through your chest, deeply, deeply into your heart. And then truly revel in any level of peace or ease you may have gleamed tonight, today, whenever you're doing this. And use it as proof that peace exists within you. And if you get curious about it, you can cultivate it. Thanks so much for getting sleepy with me. If you want to stay sleeping, hang out on the floor, please do. And know that I appreciate you if you're watching this. I really, really do. Thanks.